Hello. Hell yeah, barroom banter.
Alex, Sam, as
Well,
always.
I'm Alex, and he's Sam. I am Sam. That's him.
That's true.
So check this out. Sam wanted to talk about assassinations, and he thinks the biggest assassination of all time is
That would be Gavrilo Princip assassinating Archduke Franz Ferdinand of the Australian-Hungarian Empire, kicking off World War One. Which, of course, if you don't have World War One, you don't have World War Two. If you don't have World War Two, you don't have the rise of fascism or communism.
absolutely butterfly effect.
Yeah, and if you
Race
don't,
that, and maybe everyone lived peacefully.
well, maybe not, but it would be like World War One killed six fucking centuries old empires.
What if I would say the greatest assassination was not one that was ever made, but one that maybe haven't been made
No,
ever in a different future?
no. Which what does that future look like?
Well, what if Donald Trump was a fucking time traveler
Mm-hmm.
and he fucking moved out of the way of that fucking bullet?
Maybe.
Them motherfuckers are on that time traveling shit with the Donald Trump, with the Barron Trump book. Guess there was another book that came out that was like called The End of Presidency or some shit, like the same
last
year.
president.
Yeah, The Last President the same year by this guy named something weird.
Yeah.
He had a weird name and it was not normal. But what if that's how fucking, because they say that Donald Trump's uncle, was it his uncle, was the man that was on Tesla's fucking like the first agent in the door. And so they said there was like these 80 crates of this like blueprints and fucking different things of Tesla's inventions. And then when everybody got there to like, hey, where's all this shit? There's only like 30 crates. Like he took like fucking 50 crates and he said, oh, there wasn't nothing of importance. And this was fucking Donald Trump's fucking like uncle. What was his name? John
Trump.
John
Yeah.
fucking Trump. Yeah.
That's why Donald's middle name is John, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So what if Donald Trump was a time traveler or Barron Trump? Because the book was about Barron Trump.
Yeah. Well, the kid was called Barron Trump. Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
That is wild.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Like,
first of all, how common was the name Trump in like 1897 when that book was made? Like,
yeah, it was written
not
in
common
like
now.
1870 something. 1870, maybe it was maybe it was 1890.
No, I think it was 1897 from when we were watching that other clip.
Okay, yeah, that's fucking nuts. Like, golly, man, what would you do if you could time travel? What would you change? What would be the first thing? Would you just become rich?
Here's the funny thing, honestly, if I could just time travel, I wouldn't actually do much except just want to look at things. Like, I just want to see what it looked like for a Roman like battle against like a Parthian or something. Like, how did that fucking look like? Because
Yeah.
I think human beings in the modern context don't have any like examples of what that looks like. Like old school warfare is just so brutal and weird to us because we're just so used to rifles and shit.
I'd have to go back and just take care of my dad 5 days before I was conceived. Fucking rough life, motherfucker. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm joking. Honestly, that would be fucking dope, though. That'd be dope. I think I would like go back to like maybe medieval times and do like swords and shit, lances and fucking knights and all that shit.
Absolutely.
I think that would be kind of a cool time. Like if it was like what was that show? Game of Thrones, like some Game of Thrones times shit, maybe not so much having to fuck my sister shit.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
That was some of that fucking show was a little raunchy, huh?
Well, it was HBO, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was a pretty good show. I watched like the first season. I couldn't. I can't dedicate my shit to shit.
It had a real big fall off, dog. Like the first 5 seasons, according to the fans, were quite good, but the last two were just
Yeah, no one wanted to see it go. Huh?
dog shit.
Or was it a different writer or something?
I don't
Was there something that happened? I feel like, or do
Well, the thing is like the writer of the books that the show is based on didn't finish the books in time, so like they just kind of the writers of the show had to like complete the story.
and they didn't do it in deadline.
Yeah,
And got probably sued, and then were pissed off.
No, it wasn't that. It was just that the writers of the show aren't as good of writers as the actual writer of the books. So, since the story wasn't completed by the author, these show writers just had to complete it themselves, and it wasn't very
Lame.
Good. Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Fail. Epic fail.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the saddest bit on that kind of stuff is, you ever notice like American like media just is kind of stale, stagnant? We're just re-releasing the same thing.
Absolutely. That's why history is awesome, so it doesn't repeat itself. But kids nowadays are so fucking unaware that like it just keeps repeating. Like it almost seems like it's coming back. What would you be your like? What's your favorite movie, dude?
That's honestly a hard question. One of my favorites, because I like a lot of movies that are quotable movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some movies you like because you can quote them with friends and you chuckle about it. And on that one's probably "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" You know that movie?
Yes, I know that movie. I am a man, I count his sorrow.
Yeah, there's that part. But the
Feel
quotable parts are
Oh,
things just
man.
like the dude
They
just
turned Pete into a horny toad.
yeah, that's one. They turned Pete into a horny toad.
No, you don't sound like him. You sound like
That's kind of Hank Hillish, but
yeah, definitely
even still,
like a gay Hank Hill. Hey.
hey.
What do horses eat? Hey. Yeah,
That's creepy as fuck.
that is creepy. Got some popsicles and cellars, sons.
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely. I don't know. I like that movie a lot, but Saving Private Ryan's a good one. The Patriot's a good one.
Patriots probably one of my favorites, but I would have to go Braveheart
over Patriot.
Oh yeah, and then Patriot. Absolutely, Gladiators up there. All those badass movies.
Yeah. Did you ever watch 300?
Absolutely.
Did you like it?
Yeah, the first one way better than the second.
What's your favorite Godfather?
I like all the Godfathers.
Really? Even the third?
Yeah, I do.
I don't like the third.
No.
No.
I think it's okay. I think they're all okay. Pretty good fucking movies. It's harder to watch nowadays than it was like 20 years ago, though. Any movie from 20 years ago and older is so much harder to watch nowadays. We're so lucky. We're so, what's the word? Spoiled. Privileged. We're so spoiled with these fucking TVs on our walls that are 75 inches. And you can see the fucking players sweating when back in the day, I remember watching fucking Mike Tyson fight Evander Holyfield and biting his ear off and being like, what happened? And couldn't really see it and just heard him like going, oh my God, he bit his ear off. And I'm like, oh dude, that's fucking gnarly. I saw that shit, but really?
Did you?
Did I? I did. I was there to like during the moment, but I couldn't really see it.
That's not what
it was like staticky as fuck. I had to imagine it when like, that's badass. Like.
Were you a big wrestling fan, kid?
No, my dad was into wrestling, so I was into wrestling until I was like 12 years old, and then I was like, this is fucking real wrestling's way cooler. Yeah. Once I got into real wrestling about 12, like, bam, fucking, it's pretty fucking good. But yeah, the fake wrestling, yeah. I used to fucking take my little brother, about 9 years old, but bam, you're like 3 years old, and just be like using him as a fucking test dummy, like smashing him on shit.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that what big brothers are for?
Absolutely.
Since time immemorial.
Like, hopefully he's never scared of another thing in his life. Man, you got anything to spark up, dog, or what?
No, man. We smoked all 3 of my joints here.
Jesus Christ.
But to finish the whole Gavrilo Princip fucking assassination bit, like, did you hear how that actually went down? Because it's actually kind of funny. It's one of the most.
I don't even know who this is, so you're gonna have to explain
All right.
all this.
So we're gonna go back to the beginning a little bit. So we're talking about assassinations and Gavrilo Princip killing the Archduke.
You gotta talk into it. Like point
Gavrilo
it towards you.
Princip and killing the Archduke is funny because of how it actually like ended up happening. So at first they started
All right.
they start we got it they okay, so at first he's driving a car through a parade, and these five
What's the time period?
they were talking like 1914.
1914. Driving a car. What kind of car do you think this was?
This is I think it was Mercedes Benz, Germany.
Really? Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Audi, I don't know, but they have a driver, of course, and they're driving through Sarajevo in Bosnia and or Serbia, I can't remember, but these group of teenagers basically have grenades and start throwing it at the motorcade, and the Archduke is pretty athletic, and he like bats one away and then also bats another away with the like car door, and they explode into the crowd instead. And
These grenades,
yeah, grenades,
like hand grenades.
yeah, hand
Pull out the
grenades.
fucking pin. We're
Pin,
throwing these
throw 'em.
motherfuckers,
Yeah,
dude, and he's just fucking whipping his doors open,
yeah.
fucking slapping them out of the way.
Yeah,
This fucking dude's wild,
yeah,
dude.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's been living in the war zone.
Well, no, he's actually like a the highest level of elitist society in Europe aristocrat. But the thing is, most of those people still had to go to war sometimes, so some of them were kind of badass in a sense.
Well, that's fucking good.
But anyway, so they failed the assassination attempt that a lot of these guys like commit suicide, run away, jump into rivers that are only like 6 inches thick, and like
These suicide attempts for what reason?
because you tried to kill the leader of your country.
Oh, okay. So this guy. So how many people was it?
It was 5 teenagers,
Okay.
like 16 to 19, throwing grenades, and Gavrilo Princip was one of them, and they failed. And he's like, "I'm gonna go get some lunch," and he goes to this cafe and he orders a sandwich, and he's standing at the second floor out of a window, and the Archduke's caravan after the assassination attempt, he goes, "Let's go visit the hospital." And he drives down the wrong alleyway, and Gavrilo Princip just looks down, and there he is, pulls out a handgun and shoots the Archduke and his wife.
Okay, but how's this make this most important?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because all of the alliances in Europe at the time meant that this meant war. Austro-Hungary had to retaliate to Serbia,
Okay.
and Serbia had a protector in
So
Russia.
it was just a statement piece. It was boom. I'm making a statement right here. We're starting war. This is what we're doing.
It could be, or it was just more nationalistic, like motivation of just like fuck you, you're the occupying government or occupying people.
You're in our spot.
Absolutely.
Let me fucking kill you. What right do you have to be here? We're kind of upset.
Yeah, Serbs.
Okay.
But
I mean, okay.
So, and because of this assassination, World War One started, because as soon as that happened, Serbia is protected by Russia, and Russia and France were allies or some shit like that. So as soon as Germany had to go to the defense of their ally, Austria-Hungary, they had to immediately attack France by breaking the sovereignty of Belgium, which, caused the UK to be involved because they protected Belgium. So it fucking immediately in a week made a 60-year peace where every country in Europe was at the peak of civilization. These were all empires, 6 of them, from the Turkish to the French to the English to the German to the Austrian to the Russian. These were all global empires, and they were all laid bare after World War One. And then, because of how that war ended and where the rest of the Allies put the reparations on Germany, that caused World War II.
Damn. Okay. Well, that might be That's a big one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was very detrimental.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm taking a hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call the fuck cab. I gotta go to bed.